Out this morning. Pulling my face neck gaiter thing now. Woo! So I'm back from LA. We have our monthly breakfast this morning. And I had a hell of a good time out there. Actually being in LA and doing that kind of stuff, we didn't really do much touristy stuff. My wife was busy with class. And I ventured out a little bit. So let's see, we got there Monday. We flew in early, so that was good and bad because we left the Omaha airport. Our flight left at 7:20 a.m. I believe. Our plane landed at like 10:05 local. My stepbrother actually is from, well, he's not from there, but he lived there for a year. But the year he lived there, he lived right down on, is it Hollywood Boulevard or Sunset Boulevard? I think it's Hollywood Boulevard. Basically right around the corner from where all the Walk of Fame with all the stars and stuff are. And he said, oh, I got a day for you. Here, first go to Griffith Observatory, then go down and see where I used to live and walk down to Musicians Institute from where I used to live, which is it's like 3 blocks. He said it's just crazy down there with all there's street performers and tourists and, it's just weird. And then from there, take, I believe Sunset Boulevard, he said, and check out the Standard, which is a hotel where all kinds of movies get shot, and it's got a cool bar and stuff. He said go in there, check out the bar, have a drink, have a sandwich or whatever, and then you can either walk or drive down a little ways and check out some of the Sunset Strip bars like Whiskey A Go-Go and the old school bars where the hair metal bands used to play and where there's still a pretty good music scene. And from there, take it all the way, Sunset Boulevard, all the way down to basically to the beach, to the ocean. And he said, and then from there you can check out Santa Monica, the Santa Monica Pier, and then go down to Venice Beach. We didn't do like any of that. We went to Santa Monica, walked around for a little bit. That's about it. Because when you get up at 4:30 a.m. and by the time it's breakfast time, it's already, you're already tired. You've been up for like 8 or 9 hours. And you're just kind of going, I don't really want to do a bunch of touristy stuff. So, first thing we did when we got off the plane was get our rental car. And then we went to a little diner called Dinah's, D-I-N-A-H''S. And I saw it online, didn't think anything of it, and then I started looking around like, oh, it'd be fun to go see where maybe a couple, like a scene or two were shot were from maybe a couple of our favorite movies. And my wife is a big 80s teen angst movie fan. So one of her big faves is Pretty in Pink, of course. I think most people like that movie. It's pretty good. So I found a place that was in Santa Monica where that was shot, and it was where the Trax record store where they worked was. But Dinah's is the site of one of my favorite movies, possibly my absolute favorite movie, The Big Lebowski, and that is where the Nihilists were getting zerlingen by pancakes, and you found out where Bunny was safe because one of their Nihilist friendlies, the girl in their group, had her toe missing, all bandaged up. So you knew that the toe... You want a toe? I can get you a toe, dude, with polish. So you find out, it pans down and shows her foot with all bandaged up. It's seriously, it's like a 15-second scene, but it was literally across the street and down half a block from our hotel, so that was perfect. I got to eat there while my wife was in class too. I ran over there and had breakfast. The license plate on this Lexus says Skate, SK8. I went to Malibu. I just went out by myself while Kate was in class. I drove around and went up Highway 1 a little ways, found a place to park by the Malibu Pier, had some fish at a place, and I just keep forgetting the name of it. It's Fish something. It's right by a couple surf shops. Great fish tacos, nice people. And then I just kind of walked out onto the pier and sat around. I took a few pictures. Then I drove up Highway 1 a little ways, and there's a lot of traffic on Highway 1 in that area, and you know, it's always been a dream of mine to take my motorcycle and go out there and go up or down Highway 1, and I think it'd still be cool once you got away from the city a little bit. But it was a bunch of traffic, and I thought, you know what, I've heard a lot of good stuff about these canyon roads, so I cut off and went up Malibu Canyon, and that was cool. And then I cut off and did a couple other canyons. Of course, I went to Mulholland Drive, or Ave, or Road, or Highway, whatever the hell it is out there. Stopped and took a picture of the rock store, of course, on a Monday afternoon. It's not, you know, full of motorcycles like you hear of. No, I didn't meet Jay Leno and see his turban bike there. Mulholland, side note on that road, is really, really tight, and you'd be a slower speed than Angels Crest Highway, which I did on the rental bike. It would be a great supermoto road, I think. I drove the wheels off the rental car there. The old Hyundai Sonata was screaming for mercy. And let's see, Stunt Road. I think I went down that a little ways and then picked another one and went down that. It was really cool up in there. Like no traffic and crazy curvy mountain roads. Really pretty. I threw an Instagram pic up. I should put my Instagram link in here. I take a picture once in a while. I think I know that guy who's in that Jeep. Hi Joe, that's you. So my GoPro went dead. I went all the way over to a town called Wrightwood, and the road the entire way from LA over to past Newcomb's Ranch, past a little ski place called Mountain High, and over to Wrightwood is absolutely amazing. That Hyperstrada, I think, could be the perfect bike for up there. My GoPro battery went dead, and when I checked it, I was like, oh, I hope that didn't go dead, you know, too long ago, because I just totally went through this section and ripped it up. I was scraping the center stand. My boot was hitting the ground all the time, hanging off the peg. And, you know, I really was just feeling it and in the groove, and started pushing and pushing and pushing. And I seriously almost made myself a little motion sickness. Gave myself a little bit of motion sickness because of the curves. And it's just, God, it's curve after curve after curve. And I'm going faster and faster, and It was awesome. And then I get to Newcomb's Ranch. This was coming back, and I look at my GoPro and it's off, and I went, oh shit, how am I gonna have any of that? A couple guys on sport bikes were about to leave, and I purposely took my time putting my gear on. That shit's cold. Took my time putting my gear on so they would be ahead of me, because I didn't want to, have to wave them by, even though I was feeling good and going on a pretty good clip. I figured this guy's talking, he's local, and he's on a GSXR 600 RR, and then the other guy was on I think an 1198. And so when they pulled out, I followed them out, and they're going along, and I'm like, okay, they're just relaxing, waiting for the good parts of the curves and warming their tires up, doing this thing, warming their tires up. And then we get to the curves, and I'm kind of behind them going, let's go, guys, come on, we can go a little faster. And they never sped up. And one guy, I don't know what he was doing, he was like kicking his left leg out to the side a couple times, and then he abruptly pulled over like something was bothering him. He must have been sitting on one of his nuts or something, I don't know. But they pulled over, and I went past him, and then I, wicked it up a notch. And I only saw one cop up there the whole day, and that was coming down. And luckily I saw him, like the canyon, I was over here, and it curves way around, or the road curves way around on the other side of the mountain, and clear over there I saw the cop coming, so I just slowed down, and I didn't really know how fast I was going. I wasn't paying attention to the speedometer. I knew I was going slow enough, though. And on the video I looked at it, and I could see my speedometer. I was doing like 5 under the speed limit. I made reservations. We went downtown LA for dinner at a place called BACO MERCAT. Recommended to me by a guy, one of my internet friends, that unfortunately was busy this week, and I didn't get to meet him. I met him through Triathlon Forum years ago, and we just kind of, for some reason, stayed in contact. I believe his dad is originally from here, and he's been to Lincoln before. They're Husker fans or whatever, I think. Anyway, we go down there, and Google took us like right on the edge of Skid Row getting there. And of course it was already like 8 o'clock at night, and we're like, whoa, where the hell are we going here? And then we turned a corner and went up the street, and it's this trendy, borderline hipster place. But their food it's one of those fancy gastro pub, I guess you might say, places with, they take like a normal dish of ravioli and make it fancy as crap with pork belly and fancy cheese, and yeah, everything was really delicious there. So we did that, and then the next day I just we laid around and leisurely got things ready to go. Went back up to Santa Monica for lunch and had really, really good seafood. And what else? That's about it. Went to the airport and made our way home. Oh, Al's here with the Goozy. We got a Sportster over there, I believe. All right, folks, it's breakfast time. Breakfast time! Oh.
Round full of crap.